Hello, good evening, and good evening to our listeners. Good evening to our followers. Ninja Talks Basketball is here again after a long break. I still remain your host, Amos Aponome, and my humble uh, good friend, Precious Favor, which is not here at the moment, but will be joining us later as we progress. And we all know what Ninja Talks Basketball stands for. It's a show that brings you live updates about basketball, NBA all around the world, especially the NBA players with Nigerian descent. That's the NBA players with Nigerian ancestry. We're talking about the likes of Gabe Vincent Nnamdi, Precious Achua, Chimeze Mitsu, Josh Okogie, and the rest. You understand? So the NBA playoffs is here. It has started last week. And we've seen a couple of games go down. We have seen Boston Celtics against the Miami Heat. And Boston Celtics won that particular game 114, while the Heat got 94. And we know Boston Celtics have very key players, instrumental players that can really make a change and that can take good decisions. The likes of Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, and they also got Drew Holiday, who has just extended his contract for the Boston Celtics. He has signed a new contract and he's going to be staying with the Celtics for I think for a while now. For a while. And the Celtics are top of the table. They finished top of the table in the regular seasons. They have been outstanding. Their records, their numbers, they have been outstanding. The shooting form, the defense, they are incredible. They also even have Porzingis. Porzingis is a 7'1" center currently with the Boston Celtics. He was traded from the Dallas Mavericks. He's currently with the Boston Celtics, and trust me, he has had a fantastic season, a fantastic and outstanding season. He has been instrumental for the Celtics, and he has played a major role in seeing that they finished top of the table. And going into the game proper, the Boston Celtics and the Miami, these both sides are not strangers to themselves. These are foes, these are enemy when it comes to the playoff. And since Celtics win the first game in home court, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised because for the Miami, Jimmy Butler is currently out with an injury, but is expected to return in game two on Wednesday, probably game three on Saturday. So he's expected to return for the Miami Heat. And Jimmy Butler. Speaking of the Miami, they are also instrumental. They were not their best in the postseason games. They struggled. They couldn't finish amongst the seed that gets the automatic qualification to the playoffs. They had to play Chicago Bulls, and also they had to beat the Chicago Bulls to finish to pick up the eighth seed. That's why they are facing Celtics in the game one series of the playoff. And I won't be surprised if Celtics end up um winning the Miami Heat, knocking out the Miami Heat from this playoffs. I would not be surprised. The Celtics have been outstanding. Jason Tatum had a triple double against the Miami Heat in game one. He finishes with 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists as the Celtics defeated the Heat 114 to 94. As we all know, Jimmy Butler is out with a knee injury, but is expected to miss several weeks. So most likely Jimmy Butler, if the Miami Heat can survive game four or game five, hopefully Jimmy Butler will be back. And Jimmy Butler is a very instrumental player for the Miami Heat. I hope he gets back. I'll be hoping to see a very entertaining basketball game between Celtics and the Miami Heat. All right, moving on, we have the New York Knicks and the Philadelphia 76ers. The New York Knicks also took game one against the Philadelphia's. um 111 to 104. I watched this particular highlight game. I couldn't watch the full match, and the Knicks were good from behind the arc. They were shooting, the threes were dropping. Josh Hart was incredible for them, and Jalen Brunson doing what he does best. And the Philadelphia's were they looked like they were in the game in the first quarter. In the first quarter and the second quarter, there was a bit of a matchup there with Joel Embiid hitting. He had about he had about two threes from behind the arc, and very good display from Joel Embiid, and also a good display from Maxey. Also, very important for the Philadelphia's going forward. I see Philadelphia coming back from this 1-0 defeat. I know, yes, it's still quite early, but I think Philadelphia is going to take this particular game. So they're going to knock the New York Knicks out from this playoff series. So I'm rooting for Philadelphia against the New York Knicks. And going forward, we have the Milwaukee Bucks against the Indiana Pacers. And the Milwaukee Bucks took game one also 109 to 94. Damian Lillard is always day in time when it comes to playoffs. Damian Lillard is a beast when it comes to the playoffs game. Though he hasn't played in the playoffs ever since he's joined the NBA. He's been with the Portland Trail Blazers. And I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna look it up. I'm not really sure if he's played in the playoffs. But he was very instrumental for the Pacers, dropping 35 points in game one, helping help the Bucks to a 109-94 win against the Indiana Pacers. I see this is a very simple game for the Milwaukee Bucks. I know the Indiana Pacers are looking they look more threatening this season. They look more coordinated, more united. They know what they're doing. They got Pascal Siakam, they got Tyrese Haliburton, and these are very important players for the Indiana Pacers that could do a lot of damage to the Milwaukee Bucks going forward. So they'll be having their game two on Tuesday at the Milwaukee home. I still see Milwaukee Bucks taking that game two also. So it's an automatic 2-0. Yeah. I see Milwaukee Bucks taking that particular game. And also Giannis Antetokounmpo is out with an injury. But don't bother, don't the Bucks fans should not be scared. They got you guys, so it's all cool, it's all good. As long as it's Dame time, the Milwaukee Bucks will surely come out victorious. And so we're going on to the next one. Cleveland Cavaliers against the Orlando Magic. It was a poor scoring game between both sides. Cavaliers won that particular game 97 to 83. And one of the key instrumental players is Donovan Mitchell. Not surprised there. He has had an incredible season also with the Cavaliers, taking all 30 points in game one. So in game one for the Cavaliers. So I see Cavaliers coming out strong from that particular game, from that particular tie with the Orlando Magic. So I'm not surprised there. Was definitely they're gonna pick up that win in game two and also knock out the Orlando Magic. And going forward, Minnesota Timberwolves and the Phoenix Suns. The Minnesota Timberwolves picked up game one, 120, and Suns had 95. A very key instrumental player for the Minnesota Timberwolves is Anthony Edwards. dropped 33 points. This guy has been measured, has been tested, and he has proved himself quite a number of times for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I see them knocking out the Phoenix Suns in this playoff. I'm saying Phoenix Suns is not going to survive. It's going to be a very interesting game between the Timberwolves and the Phoenix Suns. But I see the Timberwolves getting this particular game. I see them getting game two also because they are playing that still at home. So I also see them getting game two. Also, Phoenix Suns could bounce back in game three. You know, they have the likes of Kelvin Durant, Delvin Booker, uh, they have Cordons and Bradley B. You also have the Nigerian superstar Josh Okogie. So I would love to see Josh Okogie get some game time against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And going forward, we have the LA Clippers and the Mavericks. All right, for you guys, for your information, LA Clippers is my favorite team going into this NBA playoff season. And LA Clippers won 109 to 97, delivering that massive blow to the Dallas. I watched this particular highlight. The Dallas were swept from beginning to the end. They didn't know what to do, but it looked at the point that they were getting back into the game. And the Clippers picked up where they left off and they finished so well. So it's a great performance from the Clippers. James Harden had 28 points, including 6 3 pointers as the Clippers beat Mavericks by double digits. So it's a great game. The Clippers are looking bright, they're looking all shiny and all there. The Clippers also have been fined $25,000 for violating NBA injury reporting rules. I'll get back to you on that particular news. Then the last but not the least is the OKC and the New Orleans Pelicans. The OKC finished first in the Western Conference, while the New Orleans Pelicans finished eighth, picked up the 8th seed going into the playoffs. The OKC had 94, while the Pelicans had 92. So it was also a four scoring game. But CJ McCollum's potential game winner buzzer beater rattles out the Thunder as they take game one. And going into the postseason, the Thunder had a great game. They had a very great game during the season playoffs. The offensive, they looked sharp, they looked connected, and they looked like they know what they were doing, honestly. But seeing them struggling against New Orleans Pelicans, so this is going to be a very tight one. I can't decide. I can't really say for sure if OKC is going to get ahead, knocking out New Orleans Pelicans. But I see New Orleans Pelicans coming out. I see New Orleans Pelicans coming out of this particular game. They are going to knock OKC out of this particular series. And going forward, we have Denver Nuggets against the Los Angeles Lakers. Not surprised at the scoreline. Denver Nuggets picked that particular game 114, Lakers 103. Jokic was so close to a triple double as they passed Lakers in game one. Jokic had 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists to prove why they are the current champion. I also see this is going to be an easy one for the Denver Nuggets. I see them getting at least 4-1 in this game series. I see them getting 4-1 in this game series. It's an easy one. It's going to be an easy one for the Lakers. Denver Nuggets finished two, second, and while the Lakers finished 7 in the Western Conference. So that's it. That's all about game one for the 2023-2024 NBA playoff season. I'll be bringing you guys more updates and more analysis and more predictions concerning the NBA playoffs 2023-2024 seasons. You can also catch me and listen to my podcast. It's going to be live on. It's going to be on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, also on the Niger Talks Basketball, and also at Amos Aponome, which is my YouTube channel. Please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you for listening. Have a great night and goodbye.